Good morning and welcome to Thursday on Main Street TV, where it is cold outside but nice here in the studio. We are joined today by Tina Perkins, nurse practitioner from Holzer, and she's got some interesting information for us and some tips on how we can all stay healthy this season and more. So we will be right back with Tina after a word from our sponsors.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Tina, welcome to Main Street TV.
Thank you.
This is your first time here, right?
No.
No,
actually,
it's not?
No.
Okay.
I've actually done this a couple more times. Yeah.
Have you really? Mm-hmm. Well, welcome back then.
Thank you.
I have not had the pleasure of sitting down at the desk with you, so welcome. Tina is here. You are a nurse practitioner with Holzer.
Yes.
Correct? And you are accepting patients right now.
Yes.
Correct. So she's got some news and some information for us. So how did you get started in nurse practicing or in nursing, I guess?
I have been in the healthcare field for probably 30 years. I started out as a lab tech and decided I wanted to go back to be a nurse. So that was probably in 1998. And I was a nurse for probably, until 2014, and went back to school for my nurse practitioner.
I assume it's a job that you enjoy because you've been doing it for quite a while,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you should always do something that you love.
Yes.
And it's obvious. I mean, you look like you enjoy it. So, what do you enjoy most about nursing?
Actually, meeting the patient and developing like a relationship. I enjoy taking care of people. The reward of, helping someone with an illness. Yeah.
So explain to me a little bit the difference between being a nurse, a general nurse, and being a nurse practitioner, the things that you can do that possibly a nurse wouldn't be able to do in the setting.
So as a nurse practitioner, we're allowed to prescribe medications. We can perform procedures like suturing. We can do an I&D on a wound. As a nurse, we're kind of at the bedside, pass medications. We work under a physician.
Okay.
So,
how much more schooling goes into becoming a nurse practitioner beyond being a nurse?
so it depends on the program. The RN program is typically 2 to 4 years, and then the MSN is another 2.5.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Rio, graduated with my lab tech degree in 95, my RN in 98, and then went to OU and got my nurse practitioner.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Local.
Yes.
So have you always been local? Have you always lived here? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I did live in North Carolina for about a year.
Okay. And then you came back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand it. It's very cold, though.
Yeah,
we were talking
it
about
is.
that off air. It's very cold. Yeah, I could do without the cold this week. Bitter cold. So tell us a little bit about the services. I mean, you talked a little bit about what a nurse practitioner can do, but what types of services do you generally see in your office?
We do
patients?
like preventative visits, commercial wellness visits. We definitely take walk-ins, sprains, colds, cuts, bruises, a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little bit of triage, a little bit of figuring out stuff. More of the everyday, a lot of the everyday kinds of things that happen. I would assume things like sprains. I'm going to make an assumption by my ability to fall on the ice tend to go up a little bit during this time period.
Yes.
What are some like preventative things that people can do, especially during this winter season, to, no offense, stay out of your office?
Okay, so you probably know flu is rampant right now. Hand washing, yep. If you have to go out and about, I would just sanitize as well as you can, hand sanitizer. If you feel ill, stay home. Try not to go out around other people.
There seems like there's like two different things going around right now. There's people that are having stomach issues, and then there's people that are having like respiratory issues, that kind of that coughing and congestion and the drip and that congestion in your chest. And then there's the other side, people that are getting hit with like a stomach bug kind of thing going around as well. And then the lucky people who get one and then turn around and get the other one. So so yeah, definitely I would think wash your hands. That's a big one. Yeah, and just don't touch things when you're out as much as you
Lysol.
can.
Yeah, Lysol.
And I would assume like staying indoors and limiting how much you probably go out in the weather as well. I know I personally have tried to stay indoors and not go out as much. Between the roads being icy, I don't want to get in a car accident. The parking lots are icy. I do not want to fall. It's just cold. I just can't. All week long, this has been my thing. It's just cold. I don't get it. But aside from the winter and the bugs that are going around, what other things can people do to just kind of stay healthy? I know the biggest thing we can do for ourselves is to make sure that our hands are clean and wash them because the bugs, they stay around all year long. We all know that. Nobody likes getting sick in the middle of summer, but it seems to always happen. Kids are home and then they're sharing all of their cooties with you as well. That's always fun. But what are some other things that people can do or that they should have around their home to help?
Well, I would say stay hydrated, drink lots of water. Yep. Healthy eating, choose healthy foods, fruits and vegetables. What else? Walking, exercise, preventative care. I mean, you don't have to be sick to come see us. You can actually do preventative.
Okay, so we're in the middle of, kind of in the middle of flu season, I assume, or maybe even towards the beginning-ish, maybe of flu season. I'm not even sure. Is it still a good idea to get a flu shot if you haven't already had your flu shot? Is
Absolutely.
it not too late?
Absolutely. Flu vaccines, I think they give them through April, I believe. Yeah. So it's always a good idea to get a flu vaccine. Pneumonia vaccines, if you fall into that category. Yeah, those would be probably ideal.
And we always think vaccines for kids, the whole vaccine schedule, you get your kid through the vaccine schedule, which I'm sure that you help with as well out of your office. But as an adult, I was shocked to find there were ones that I still needed to get as well. So in the last couple of years, I got like the shingles vaccine and I get my flu shot and things like that. So I'm assuming you see adults for vaccines as well to try to keep us all healthy. Nobody wants to be sick. Definitely nobody wants shingles. I've had friends that have shingles. That's definitely not something that you want to go down that road. And you talked about the pneumonia vaccine as well. Are they still giving like COVID boosters and COVID shots as well, or have we tapered off on that?
They are. We don't give them.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually pharmacies, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that a lot has changed in the whole COVID world of how it's treated and everything. So if you do come down with the flu or the stomach bug, what are the best words of advice that you have for people? I know
Rest.
I have my words of advice as a mom that I give, but I want to hear yours.
Rest, stay hydrated. Obviously, avoid going out. That's really about it, rest and hydration.
Just kind of see it through?
Kind of manage the symptoms. I mean, unfortunately, it's a virus, so it's got to run its course. But
Okay, so I tell, whenever anything happens, this is like the joke in our family. Whenever anything happens, anything hurts you, you're sick, honestly, you're not in a good mood, whatever it is, I don't care, you need to drink water. I'm like, you need to drink more water. And so my kids will like fall or something, and they'll be like, please don't just tell me to drink water. There's got to be something else. I'm like, okay, you need to do that, but guess what? You still need to drink more water. So it's become like the joke in our family of mom's just going to say, you just need to drink water and get over it. I was the kind of mom where like, okay, brush it off, we'll check it in the morning kind of thing. And usually in the morning it meant there was a cast going on. But because mom waited, I still hear that. My children are adults and I still hear about this. Like, do you remember when you made me go to school and I had a broken arm? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, did you die? No, you didn't die. You made it. We still got it taken care of. Everything's fine. And you drink more water, so it's all good. And you probably shouldn't have been doing what you were doing when you broke your arm in the first place, which is true. Yeah. My children, they were all doing something that common sense would have told you probably should not have been doing when whatever happened that ended up in the urgent care, or worse, the emergency room. And that's a good point. Emergency room versus urgent care versus your office. I know we want to try to avoid the emergency room as much as we can to try to save those spaces for people that actually have true emergencies. At what point does somebody go to an urgent care versus a walk-in with you?
So we essentially, at Jenkins, we could actually take x-rays. We can do lab draws. I mean, EKGs. There's a lot we can do there.
Okay.
So, we always have spots for walk-ins. If it's something that we feel is needing like a higher level of care, chest pain, something like that, we would send you to the ER.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you'd be a good first place to go then to kind of get, like I said, triage to determine, is this something that needs to be taken care of right this second, or is this something that needs to be referred to later on? It's not something that's, going to stop you today, or it's something that you can take care of at home remedy type of situation, or stop at a drugstore or whatever on your way home and pick up what you need. So that sounds like a great place to start. I would think a lot less scary than finding yourself in the emergency room. I always know every time I end up at the emergency room, it's always very stressful.
Yes.
And I would think going to your office, especially if they're in your care anyways, people that you know, it's probably a lot less stressful and people running around and stuff. And I'm going to make the assumption you probably get seen maybe a little bit faster.
Oh, yes.
Too, because
absolutely.
in the emergency room especially, we all know they have to go in order of severity. So you may be sitting there for quite a while because somebody else comes in that's in worse shape than you are, and obviously they need to spend their time and energy taking care of the worst cases first. Why is serving and improving our community? Why are you here in our community? What brought you back here? What makes you serve within our local community?
Well, I feel like it's family oriented. It's not just treating a patient. It's beyond that. You develop relationships with patients, and a lot of times, the family. You want to include the family, and if we can get people making healthier choices, it impacts the community.
I would think, especially if you see families, that they can provide kind of a support system for each other, especially when we're talking about things like diet and exercise. I know that I eat better when my husband eats better, and I know that he would probably exercise more if I was willing to do that. You didn't hear that, but I think it would create kind of that support system to be able to play off each other if you can see family groups, which I would assume you're able to do since you see children and you see adults as well, as opposed to this person's going here and this person is going there. It's actually a really good point. I hadn't thought about that. It's really a true, almost like a true family practice type of situation. That's got to be challenging, though, because you must see a huge variety of stuff.
It is.
You've got to be able to see everything.
You do, yeah. Somebody told me one time, family practice, you have to know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, because you could have, a rash, and then the next person you're going to see has a sprain, and the next person you see has the flu, and the next person you see just is there for a well checkup. And you've got to be able to do it all.
Plus manage hypertension, diabetes. Yeah.
Wow,
it's a lot.
Kudos. Yeah, sweet. Kudos. Sorry. We talked about that. We talked about that. How can patients find you?
The internet.
Okay.
If you go to holzer.org, you can actually schedule with a provider.
Okay.
You can call directly. 395-8801, I believe, is the number.
Okay.
And we actually, I practice in Jenkins in Wellston and also in Oak Hill. So we have an Oak Hill location as well.
Okay. So you can find her in Wellston and in Oak Hill. How many people are on staff at the locations? You said that you offer a variety of services like
yeah.
X-ray and labs and things like
yeah,
that. So it's got to be quite a few people.
There's 25 people at Jenkins, roughly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice sized practice.
Yeah. And Oak Hill's a little smaller. There's usually 3 of us, but it's convenient. We take walk-ins. If you have a child home from school and you think they have
Nobody
the flu,
has those this week. No, nobody has any children home from school this week. I don't know what you're talking about.
but yeah, we can see a variety of things.
What hours are they open?
7 to 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Monday to Friday? Are you guys open on Saturdays as well?
Yes, not Saturday.
Okay.
No, we're not open on the weekends,
Okay.
just Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, 7 to 5. Wellston and Oak Hill are both open the same set of hours?
Yes.
Okay. And you can go to holzer.org and you can make an appointment. We'll put the link in the comments. Adrian already did. And so that you can make your appointments. Probably now would be a good time. Like if you haven't been in for a checkup, just kind of evaluate where you're at, kind of get a baseline, especially if you haven't been in for a while and you're getting a little bit older, probably should have your sugar checked, not, speaking for a friend, and have your blood pressure checked and things like that. That way, if there is a problem, we all want to catch it early. You don't want to wait until it's so severe that your options are so very limited. I would think at the beginning of finding that you have an issue, let's say like diabetes, if you're pre-diabetic, your options are much greater and much less intrusive than if you wait until you need Dr. Rick, who we had in the other day, who was talking about like glaucoma. You want to make sure that you catch those things a lot quicker, and take care of yourself. So we talked about like hydration and exercise and eating right, and just the basics we all know that maybe we don't follow, but we really should. And definitely stay hydrated. Drink your water. So if my kids are watching, drink your water. They'll be laughing. My husband will send them that clip. Like, just drink your water. Because they do literally. They'll call me and like, I have a son who lives in California still, and he will actually FaceTime me like with like a rash or a bump on his skin and go, "What is this?" I'm like, I'm 2,000 miles away. How do you think I know what this is? I'm not telemed. I went to school for marketing. Okay, I'm not a medical person. I can tell you probably should drink more water though, because whatever it is, you probably need to drink more water. It's probably a toxin or something, and if you drink more water, it'll come out. I don't know. And he's like, "Stop telling me that." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Does it itch? If it itch, put itch cream on it." I don't know. I'm a mom. I'm not a nurse. But we all know moms are on some level first line of defense. Even when they get to be adults, I did not anticipate that when my children were younger, that I would still be the person that they would call for all of the things. I'm like part nurse, part accountant, part everything. I don't know. So, but we do all want to stay healthy. It is so cold outside. It's like in the negatives when I drive in the morning, and we all do want to stay healthy and break and sprain and strain free. So just be careful out there. Be careful walking. Be careful driving. The roads are still kind of messy out there. I know I was slipping a little bit, and they don't want to see you in the ER. As nice as you are, nobody wants to see you in the ER. It just, yeah. In their office, yes, because you can come in for a well visit, but definitely not something that's critical in the ER. So, anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
Just myself, Dr. Sevi, Dr. Webb, we're all taking new patients, Christy Massey, and like I said, we have same-day appointments, so.
That's actually pretty cool because I come from an area where trying to find an appointment the same day is difficult. So to know that you can walk in, especially if you're not a planner or something happens right now, or you ended up with the day off. Let's say, we all had the snow days this week. If you end up with an unexpected day off and you're like, oh, right, I was going to go get that checked, you can go do a walk-in Wellston and Oak Hill. So if you're not a planner, you don't have to say, oh, well, I didn't make that appointment. I can't go. So now your wife can say, yes, you can. You can go to Jenkins and Wellston, or you can go to their clinic in Oak Hill because they take walk-ins. No excuses.
And we will be opening a clinic in MacArthur in June.
Okay. Oh, wow. Where in MacArthur?
It's located in Rio, in the Rio
Okay.
building. Yeah.
Very cool. They are going to be everywhere. You won't even have to drive very far. So Oak Hill, Wellston, and coming soon to Vinton County in MacArthur. So very cool. So Tina, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be back again to share some stuff with us. And we are going to say goodbye for today. Jeremiah might still be snowed in. I don't know. I actually saw him on TikTok, and he had spent like the whole day like shoveling out his driveway and his sidewalk. So he might still be among the walking in town. I don't know. He's out covering news. But we will be back here tomorrow, and I will be at the desk again. Lucky everybody. And be safe out there. It is very cold. Bundle up and drive safe. So bye. We'll see you soon.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.